manifestors, it's your girl Nadia Victoria on Tuesday. I keep getting the days mixed up. I keep wanting it to be Wednesday, but it's Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. I hope you're enjoying your Taco Tuesday. Yes, won't be Taco Tuesday over here. I actually made some in Alabama, they call it camp stew. In Georgia, we call it Brunswick stew. And that's my first time ever making it, y'all. And my girls have given it the 5 thumbs up. So, hey, I did my thing. Channeling my mother's energy, Miss Annie. You know what I'm saying? In here making Brunswick stew. And I'm proud of myself. But yes, you guys, today has been quite interesting. But without further ado, I always forget. If I say anything here today that you can just, give yourself a high five to, clap your hands to, say, girl, you said that. You know what I'm saying? Or God, you done showed out, whatever. If there's anything in here that I say that resonates with you, I ask that you do me a favor by hitting the like button. And if it's so good that you know somebody that can benefit from, this message, I ask that you share it. And if you do nothing else, I ask, if you haven't already, to subscribe. All right. Now, without further ado, God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for each and every person that you have here. I ask that you will cover all of us in your divine white light, from the crown of our heads to the soles of our feet, with your divine white light. And God, even go beyond us and go to our children, go to our families, God, and cover us and keep us safe and protected from all hurt, harm, and danger. And God, I ask that if there's anyone out here that is intentionally sending evil towards us, I ask that you just keep that shield of protection around us, a fiery wall of protection to consume any darts or envious tactics sent toward us. And we ask, dear God, that you send it right on back to their ass, because it's the only way they don't learn. And God, I ask also that you would just totally and entirely take control of me right now and speak with clarity, authority, true, God, with power. Illuminate our paths. Give us answers to our questions. Give us solutions to our problems, and send out special blessings, financial prosperity over them as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. 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 So yesterday, y'all, I know if you were here with me yesterday, then you remember, and I still had not put those cards away when I said that, somebody's kind of out of balance, and then there's chaos, and then they're out of their strength. Well, what's so interesting is this morning I dropped Dakota off at school, right? And no sooner than I get back home, I ain't even home good, and I get a call from the school that she had fallen. So she lost her balance. So she was out of balance. She was running, and her foot, she, kind of twisted, and it rolled underneath, rolled on, how your feet just kind of roll. And she wound up spraining her ankle, and it swelled up really bad, and they called, and so I went up there to get her, and I had to see my baby in the wheelchair, and but I got her on to urgent care. Y'all, I was looking a total mess. I just drove her to school. I wasn't thinking about, looking like nobody. I hadn't even put no curls in my wig. I hadn't even brushed it, actually. But it's all right. She went straight to PE and hurt herself, okay? But got her there. They got her wrapped up and taken care of. She's on crutches, but hopefully by the end of this week she'll be better. But no PE for the rest of the week for her, which I don't think she really minds. But yes, so she lost her balance. It was a little chaos for her, you know what I'm saying, with the fall and friends and stuff around. She said it was like, get up, get up, get up, get up. She's like, I can't get up, And then, she's kind of out of her strength right now because she is on these crutches. So, you never know exactly how things might resonate with you, okay? And then I also wanted to tell us too, just really quickly before I get to this message, to be careful of whose energy you're picking up, okay? Because just yesterday, I was in a census review. So I have the nurse and the director of that particular market. And so it was the Knoxville, Tennessee market is what I cover. And so I had one of the nurses and the clinical director, it was the three of us on a call. And the nurse started talking about how her son sprained his ankle or something and isn't able to play basketball for the rest of this season or whatever with the traveling basketball team. And then the director was like, "Oh, my son, he did flips and broke both of his wrists and had two casts on." I was like, I'm just sitting there listening, like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? And and then you just it's so crazy how the energy that they had yesterday morning came right to me this morning, my daughter. So it's kind of crazy. So it's like sometimes, certain things you kind of ingest what people are saying and you kind of put yourself in their shoes. You got to be careful about that. This is like the second time that has happened to me. I've heard people say certain situations and I sat there and I listened and I internalized and kind of tried to play it out of my head. And the next I'm telling you, the next day, the exact same thing happened to me, just like this particular situation. So don't start putting yourself in other people's shoes and trying to visualize what it's like and what it would be like if it was you. Okay? Because you will find out really quickly. Release that energy. I learned that. But yes, so today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Spirit has been dealing with me on this all day, and I know somebody thought I was crazy when I sent them a message earlier, but Spirit has been dealing with me with why people are having a hard time letting go of the past, letting go of harmful situations, letting go of people that they exes, whatever, that they really have, the time has come that you should, okay? And especially it's 2023, we're trying to make sure that this new year is our best year yet, right? So I'm sitting over here cooking, y'all, making my little Brunswick stew, like I told y'all, and Spirit just started talking. And our conversation was, why is it so hard for people to let go, okay, of things that are hurting them? And the first thing that me and Spirit discussed was that you remember how things used to be, how things once were, okay? So there may have been a time where things were good, usually when you're in the first stages of even a relationship, that honeymoon phase, everything is beautiful. And you're like, oh, I want to do this forever and ever and ever, right? But then later on down the line, things change. People begin to show you that they're not the same anymore, okay? That their ideas have changed. Their ideas about you, about themselves, about their life. They're going through the journey of life and it may not coincide with your journey in life anymore. So you're still holding on to the good times. You know what I'm saying? But you have to learn to appreciate, okay? We had some good times. Yes, we did. I acknowledge that and I have to thank God for that, but that is not where we are anymore. So don't get stuck on remembering and holding on to what it used to be. The second thing Spirit says is that you see the potential for growth in that relationship, okay? And that friend, you see the potential there. You see the potential in that person. But oftentimes that person doesn't see that potential, okay? So you can't force people to see what you see. You can't force people to see what you see in them. And I'm pretty sure we're all grown. We've all been in relationships. We all had family members. We've all been on jobs and situations where you try to tell the manager or the owners or whatever, like, hey, this ain't working. People are leaving because they don't like the way you're talking to them. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the way things are going. Things are going downhill on this job. And you can tell them all day, but if they don't see that there's potential, if they just change a few things, then you're wasting your time, And so same thing in a relationship. You can tell her all day long that this is the potential. I see that you could own your own business. You could excel in school. Go back and get your degree. Yeah, you should. You can tell her this, that, and whatever. But if she is not a motivated person, she hasn't dealt with her own issues, or he hasn't dealt with his own issues. You know what I'm saying? If he don't want to get his life together, he still want to run the streets, or he still want to sit around and play the game during the day, or whatever, or that family member, they always want to use you, but you can't count on them. Okay, you see the potential in them and you try to help them and you try to plant those seeds. But if those seeds are not growing, honey, then maybe you're not the fertilizer that they need. You let your absence, speak loudly, okay? Because then maybe people will learn. But if you remember that conversation we had a few weeks ago, that you're holding up people's karma, okay? It's a lot of times in relationships too, in intimate relationships, people, you don't walk away and they keep calling you back, and you feeling sorry for them, but they done did all kind of shit to you. But you, every time they call, here you go running, okay? You can't do that, because if you do, then you're messing up that karma. When are they gonna ever learn that, to grow up and to treat you with respect? Okay? So you're holding on to the potential that you see in them that they don't see in themselves. Another thing was image. A lot of times we don't want to see, like, we're holding on to relationships because we don't want people to know that we're going through a divorce, okay? That people gonna go to whispering and talking. Hell, they gonna talk if you're together, if you ain't together, if you're sticking together through all kind of turmoil. They're gonna be talking about that. So let them talk. You cannot live your life worried about what people perceive of you, because people half the time gonna perceive the worst. Okay, just live in your truth. Don't be worried about image. Oh, so you and your brother, you and your brother don't talk no more. You and your sister don't talk no more. Oh, you and your mama done fell out. Oh, your mama done put you out the house, or you know what I'm saying? Or your mom had to move back in with you, or you had to move back in with your mom. Whatever. Let that kid go. Okay. And then the other thing was, you are emotionally triggered because of letting someone go, because you still have issues that you haven't dealt with. Okay. So then you have to ask yourself, why am I holding on to this? Do I have some abandonment issues? Something that happened to me when I was a child, when I was a teenager. I saw somebody leave. What is this doing to me? Because now I'm reliving this grief. I'm reliving this hole in my heart again. I don't want to deal with that. And because I don't want to relive that, because I haven't healed from that, I'm going to hold on, because I don't want to deal with the inevitable that's going to come eventually. Otherwise, you're going to stay there. Now, maybe not inevitable. Maybe you'll stay there and die there and never reach your full potential. You know what I'm saying? And never get with somebody that sees your full potential. And then what's this last thing I said? Okay, I don't know what I said, y'all, but time is running out. So what, if I come back with it, I'll let y'all know. But Spirit is saying you can't move forward constantly looking back. Now, we do have to look in a rear view mirror just for us increments of time, but we can't do that continuously, because if you look driving like this, you're bound to hit something. So let the past go. Look back every now and then just to remember where you came from and what you've learned, so you can help yourself in the future and somebody else. Love you guys. My information is in the description box.